Yeah.
Call to order. Adoption of agenda, 2.1 recommendation.
That council adopts the agenda.
Seconder. Discussion. All in favor? So we have a little change tonight. 8.3 will be moved into in camera as per village council. Number 3, adoption of minutes.
Recommendation that council adopts the minutes from the regular council meeting held on December 16th, 2020.
Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's okay.
All in favor? 3.2 recommendation.
That council adopts the minutes from the special council meeting held on January the 8th, 2021.
Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah. Where, this 4.1 wasn't in,
Wasn't included?
no,
That was just for you guys. That was just Blair doing a quick drawing for you guys.
I know, but it was given to us, so I thought it should be in the minutes.
Okay, I'll include it.
So you
Thank
want
you.
a motion to have that
Yes.
added to the special meeting? Can I get a seconder?
Second. Oh. I already know.
Seconder. Bart. All in favor?
Okay.
Introducing late items, none. Public hearing, none. Delegation 6.1 recommendation.
That council hear the delegation from Brian Bettis.
Second. It doesn't look like he's here.
Did he call you today?
Nope, he called me on Friday. Said he would be here.
Okay, well, we'll go back to that.
Well,
Leave
what
it
a
up.
lovely picture.
Huh?
It's a really lovely picture.
Unfinished business arising from minutes 7.1.
That council approves the resolution to be sent in with the grant application for the COVID-19
We've got Mike Burney.
infrastructure stream grant.
That's it.
That
Oh,
council
email
voted
it.
in favor of
Sorry.
on January the 8th, 2021 for a fire hall expansion.
Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. Love to have a discussion about this.
Okay.
In fact, I wrote something up I'd like to read to you. You want me to remove this?
Yes, because I can't hear you.
Okay. This resolution is to confirm the majority of council's willingness to proceed with or without the COVID-19 grant. Is that it?
No, it's not.
The expansion of the volunteer fire department to an emergency services center. When this idea was presented by our fire chief, he explained it as an addition, yet as he gave the vague details of this plan, it's apparently an expansion. And to be more precise, an addition would suggest that our fire hall is no longer adequate to fulfill the requirements for our volunteer fire department. An expansion, on the other hand, would provide more real estate for the village's expanding services. And as councillors, we need facts to base our decisions on because we represent taxpayers and require justification. And no facts were presented at the January 8th meeting, only vague, unsubstantiated ideas for an expanding emergency service building to have the majority paid for by this village with an unpredictable outcome. And now a resolution is to be considered for a grant. And let me present some vague facts for the cost of such an expansion. 1, referendum or petition necessary to proceed with substantial change to the established services already provided to this village if this council chooses to take out a loan, i.e. the volunteer fire hall to ambulance, policing, emergency services, and so on. Alaska Highway News, dated January 12, 2021, reported Charlie Lake fell short of expanding services to their fire hall after petitioning for a medical response and road rescue. Number 2, engineered plans, $40,000 to $80,000. And number 3, the cost of the building, 4,800 square feet, and that's just one floor, and this is a 2-story building, times $330 per square foot equals $1,584,000. And additional money for landscaping like driveways and so on. And $800,000 is an unrealistic price, but this resolution supports and commits to any associated ineligible costs and cost overruns. 4, business. The village council is not here to establish business by renting our offices, kitchens, wash bays, and it's unrealistic to suggest rentals and use by the general public in an emergency center. 5, functional and ongoing costs. Beds, bedding, janitorial, desks, chairs, phones, soap, wax, all of this stuff, all provided for by this village. And this is a fact. Taxpayers are already paying for the emergency services this council wishes to duplicate. There have been no factual inadequacies brought forward to this council to warrant such an endeavor. This resolution commits millions of dollars without a referendum or petition for an unsubstantiated, unpredictable outcome. The infrastructure dollars that are in the village reserves should be used for more than just another building.
Any questions to Marlene before we start? This was on the pretense of us getting a grant. That was nothing else.
Pardon?
This was on a grant, nothing else.
No, there's a resolution on the table here.
We still need to discuss this, Marlene. There's no resolution.
Yeah.
The resolution is we are still discussing. This is an infrastructure grant. This is the COVID grant.
Yes, but you needed a resolution to go forward with the grant.
Yes, but we're in discussion right now.
Yeah,
So it's not a resolution yet.
I know.
So Blair has the plans. Blair had a construction guy come in there and do it. The construction guy told him around $900,000, $900,000.
Don't we have to go to tender?
Well, yes, it does. It does have to go to tender. I did say that that night too.
Right.
But the fact is that we need ambulances out here. It isn't expanding the fire hall, it's expanding a bay. They're gonna have a wash gun with wash bay in there
Yeah,
to wash all of our equipment,
okay,
plus the fire trucks.
right.
What else was there? Do you remember?
Here.
Training room, well,
No.
the diagram has actually changed since then.
It was still presented like that.
And then we will have our bylaw officer there with the dogs instead of in his yard,
Yeah,
which we can't be doing that. That's not fair to Sam. SARS will be in there.
yeah.
So I don't see what the problem is. If we don't get the grant, we don't go ahead and do it.
No, this is for the certified resolution on page 15.
Yes, I realize that.
It's a resolution to commit. Yeah,
Sandy, go ahead.
So this resolution is the next step in the application process that we have to do. This still does not say that we are building the fire hall expansion. It doesn't say you're committing to the cost should the project go ahead. For the government, we need to submit this piece of paper stating that you guys talked about it in a resolution, have agreed to it. If it gets approved, then at that point in time, you can have further discussion as to whether or not you do it or not.
We proceed.
Yeah, we had a really tight deadline to get this in.
yeah,
We have until next Wednesday. That's why everything's kind of not the way it should be. We still would not have taken it to a referendum until it had been approved.
mhm.
And the reason
So
why-
basically, this is just you guys saying that, hey, this is a great deal. If it comes through, hey, yay, and if it doesn't, well, then it doesn't. It just seemed a good opportunity to try and,
Yeah,
And the reason why the Charter Day one didn't go through is because people got their petitions in the mail and put them on the counter. And said, they'll get to it, they'll get to it. Brad followed up with them, they forgot. So they asked Brad to redo it in the spring. So,
still it took place.
Barb.
Do we have any stats on the ambulance service to residents of Pooskooby?
No, because that's not public.
Oh, well, you're talking for an ambulance bay, so that's,
So we hear the ambulance go out, we hear the ambulance go in, so we have some idea.
And we do have stats on
First
the
responders.
serious calls that the fire department are responding to. The fire chief does have first responders for that. Question, just for peace of mind. My understanding, forgive me for not knowing what I should know. My understanding is if you apply for a grant, you're committing to the project, whether or not you receive the grant or not. Is that, no? There you go, okay.
you always have the option to back.
I would feel comfortable if we move this along to the next stage, because in order to get that money, to be eligible for that money. But I would also be comfortable with asking the residents their opinion, and realize that this can't be done before the application date, before that has to go in.
No, but we can ask them after the fact.
Absolutely, before we commit to it. And my only line of reasoning for that is, if we're going to, for lack of a better word, if we did have a referendum to see if.
Referendums are too expensive, so we would go for a petition.
A petition. But if we were going to have a petition, referendum, whatever, poll the community, to see if we would allow chickens in the village, I think we would want to do the same at least.
And we would also
To
do,
consider an
we'd
expansion.
also do the expansion with Area D,
Yes.
because they pay for part of it too.
But I definitely, would have to see the villagers consulted on this.
Definitely.
We would have to have a town meeting on that one, because then people would read it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because I know in the past, whenever we've had referendums, it's gotten so blown out of proportion, people just reading things different than what it was supposed to be.
So Sandy,
Yes?
we'll call it to a vote. All in favor for you to do this resolution?
can I,
Okay, go ahead, Barb.
I would like it also stated that we're applying for the grant on the condition that we're not committing to it. We're going through the steps.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have that understanding.
Yeah, we have that understanding. So all in favor?
Uh,
3. 3, but there was 4 last time. Right, make note of that. New business, 8.4, what is it? Yeah, 8.1 recommendation?
That council decided they would like to grant an extension to Northland Wellness Center to complete the cleanup. And that council directs the village staff to give notice of its decision in accordance with section 77-1 of the community charter.
Can I get a seconder?
Second.
Discussion.
What was the date that they had to have it done by?
Sandy?
So currently, there is no date that they have to have it cleaned up by, because right now we're in the process of litigation with them. we were in the process of serving them with papers. Our lawyers have been unable to serve any member of the band or any of the shareholders, stockholders with notice. They were able to serve Isaac. He responded with this just before Christmas. The lawyer was just about to get a hold of me and say that they still couldn't serve. And then Mr. Hernandez came forward with this, requesting an extension to have it cleaned up. I forwarded this to the lawyer. The lawyer said this was great. This was actually them making an effort. If council's okay with it, the resolution that needs to be read and understood and then dates put in is on page 17. And we would just fill in dates that you guys are willing to give them.
I agree.
What do you
We need
recommend?
some dates.
I recommend giving them till the snow falls. So what's that, September 1st?
Have it cleaned up till the snow falls.
By the time snow falls. So he's saying approximately 120 days. So the first part, which is A, which is what we had asked for, A and B, was conduct hazardous materials testing to determine how to safely remove the fire damaged building by demolishing structural elements and cleaning debris, and then apply for and obtain a demolition permit from the village of Goose Coupe. So he's saying give them at least 60 days, but we could give them more. And the two people that he has lined up have both asked for it to start in the spring when there's no snow.
Oh, that makes
May.
sense.
At this rate,
So they can start in May.
so 60 days with June, July. So to have the first part done by the end of July, would that be satisfactory?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so that would be July.
This one.
And then the second part, which he says, is to remove the fire damaged building by demolishing all structures and clearing the property of all debris, dispose of all removed materials at appropriate disposal facilities, and remediate the site by filling in any holes and placing seed or sod over excavated area. And the lawyer says to give them at least 120 days. So that's,
September.
4 months.
so is everybody in agreement with that?
I have one thing. Sukard wants a gazebo.
Huh?
Sukard wants a gazebo.
Well, she
So
has
if
to
you're
go talk
talking-
to Northwind.
Yes.
If you're talking to Mr. Norseman, would you ask him to reach out to her?
Okay, so beginning of September or end of September?
End of
End.
September.
End of September.
All in favor?
Good. I like that. Okay. 8.2 recommendation.
That council direct administration to proceed with the sale of the garbage truck through Ritchie Brothers.
Seconder,
Second.
discussion.
Is it in working condition?
Is there an issue?
Can you put your hand up, Barb, please? Because Marlene already had hers up.
Sorry.
Hauling costs. About how much would that cost us to haul that puppy?
Public Works Director told me between $500 and $600. But Ritchie Brothers has been moving these dead vehicles at very hefty prices. That's why he suggested Ritchie Brothers. He followed the auction at Christmas, and apparently there was quite a few vehicles that were not working and were going in the $10,000 and $12,000 range, even though they're not working. He figures we'll get more that way than we will if we just post it up ourselves.
Did we post it?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Sort of got
We had
one
pushed
out
it
of
till the
here.
end of January.
What was that?
We had pushed it to the end of January.
Barb, what did you have to say?
Well, when you say you're gonna push it, posting it till the end of January, is that what you're looking at? Or you're not gonna post
No,
it?
no, we had put it on hold in December, and I had said I would bring it back in January, so now I'm bringing it back
Okay.
to put it up for sale.
So who wants it to go to the auction? All in favor? 8.3, camera.
Okay.
8.4, recommendation.
The council will review the mask entries and discuss the next steps. Mask entries will be on pencil and tables on families.
So I have this senior.
Seconder?
Oh, seconder? Who's doing the seconder? Ken?
Thank you.
You got a good child?
No, I like this one, just because it's just plain and simple.
I like that one, good for the child.
And this one. Marnie, you want to hold yours up?
I got 3. Everybody 3.
Hold yours up, you want. Split.
Okay, so we've got that one, 1, 2, 3,
We got the museum
4.
one, this one. Barb's got this one.
She does? No, she's got the other one.
Oh, she's got the solid one.
Okay, let's give Barb a minute to get her together. Let's figure out who's what. Okay, so we have the black, yellow, and green. 1,
Senior
2, 3. I thought you liked the black, yellow, and green,
I do.
Mayor.
Just these fingers hurt me first.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that that's probably the winner of that one.
Yeah.
And that's what, senior? You got it?
Senior.
Senior.
Okay,
Well,
I don't.
let's see here.
Would you like this one, Barb? You have
That's the
one
one behind your, what's your third one?
I don't have a third.
Oh, okay,
Do
okay.
you like this one, Barb?
It's nice, but
well, we don't have to be the one we pick, we're just picking the
We're just picking the
winners.
winners.
Picking the winners right now.
oh, okay, I like that. That's my third one.
Okay. And then,
So we got 3. 3 of these.
we got 3 and 3.
What are you gonna fit?
You gotta pick a child.
I gotta pick a child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got 2 children's masks up. Which one do you want to vote with? Okay, so that child wins. Now, we don't have to pick which one you want to use for the mask just yet. You want to do that right now?
Yeah, I think this one, because it would be the cheapest. This is my idea. What do you think, Marlene?
I agree. Yeah. Ken?
Well,
We're talking cheapness here, Ken.
You know, if we have the animals,
you
you're
know
gonna
what?
be sticking in your eyeball.
I think children would love to wear this mask, but for the sake of community, let's go with this one. Sure.
Bart,
Yeah,
like this one, so this one.
Okay, now, how many do we want produced?
I mean, residents, I mean, who's with you?
Oh.
We have 792
Oh my
residents.
God.
So there's 825.
I don't think they're all gonna come get mad.
I don't either.
If we get 100 and then we put in little coupons with their water bills, let's see if 100 people come and collect their mask.
I say we put them out in the mail and give every person in the community a mask.
Okay, well, right now, the quote we have,
For household.
Every person.
Yeah, but if we do it in the mail, you get your mail from who's the village?
You don't get one, you don't.
And I get mine from the village.
These are just for residents that actually pay taxes.
and we're looking at,
Envelope.
we're looking at $1,950 for just the masks for 150 people, plus the setup fee.
And the cost of putting it in the mail if we do.
So why don't we just do 150, have them here, if people wanna come and get them,
They can come get
they
one.
can come and get one.
Okay.
And if there's more, then you order more.
Okay,
Yes.
so, and then, but we want some children, some adults, right?
Small and large.
Small, medium, and large.
I think they only come on one side.
They come in small and large. So
I wouldn't spend too much money on the children one, because they, under 12, they don't have to wear a mask.
Okay, so maybe just get like 25 kids masks.
We're not gonna run into any sort of copyright infringement by, did we ask if we could use the design to make the.
It was a contest. they knew that if they won, it would get.
These are our colors. How copyright can you get?
And then these prizes that we're issuing, so we didn't really decide what the prizes were. You guys just set a limit. Like, one of the suggestions was maybe a spa day for an adult, or like, what do we want to do?
Can we
Like
have?
for seniors, do you want to do like, I don't know,
Yeah, you can use bodies.
gift certificate for like groceries, and because they
Well, yeah,
struggle
that would be a
with
good idea.
that.
I think
or-
that's a better idea, to buy them a gift certificate for Save On or
Butcher Block.
Butcher Block,
Well, we
Walmart.
could get a bunch of them for, at $200, and then we could get $50 to Butcher Block and $50 to Co-op, and maybe a $50 Visa so they can buy
Use
something
Visa.
they want.
Don't use Visa because of,
They
they charge money, they don't use it right away, maybe.
Promote Bruce business, right?
So,
Weed Mart.
$50 to Papa Doc.
There, I gave my shout out.
I'm doing a $50 gift certificate to over there
yeah, well.
that they can
no,
use for
there's
either
two
liquor
stores.
box.
There's
But
two stores, there's two different businesses there.
I know, but maybe I can ask.
Because Michelle sells soaps and stuff like that too in the liquor store.
Really?
Yeah. Those,
No, I wouldn't shop in that.
those things like you put in water and it makes it all fuzzy, the fuzzy things, and they melt.
Bath bombs.
Yeah.
Bombs, that's what they're called.
Well, that's probably from
And they
Jason.
say things on them.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll look into.
So Jamie Taylor.
And I don't know, a guy could buy a wrench or something from Apex, I don't know. Kids could have ice cream and pizza at Papa Don.
You can get a heck of a lot of ice cream for $200.
Yeah.
You know, they can have meals at Papa Don's, they can have food at Redwood. Right?
How about a toy from Northern Toy Box?
Well, I was thinking maybe part of it is a gift certificate from Northern Toy Box, and then maybe a couple gift certificates from like Redwood and Papa John's, so they can go get a slice of pizza or go buy their candy or whatever it is, but
And then
it's
they can
theirs to
bring
do
their
what they
kid at
want.
Papa Do's, and then they'll find out how good it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll delegate that to the ladies in the office.
All in favor? Correspondence? Anybody?
Just the 9.10.
Mine's 9.9 because the farmer cared.
Okay.
Yes.
And did we read that letter,
Please.
Sandy?
Pardon me?
Did we read that letter?
Oh, Farmer Fair, I wasn't asked to. You guys skipped over that one last time.
Pardon?
We didn't write a letter. We skipped over it at Christmas.
Okay, well, I think we should write a letter to that.
Letter of support?
Yes.
Yes. I second that.
All in favor? And then which one did you want, Barb?
9.8.
Okay.
The RCMP thing, are we getting any stats about Poo's Cookie?
No.
Is there a chance that we could get that now that we have put a RCMP off?
No. I asked already.
Well, how do we know if we're getting our bang for our buck?
It's not costing
Maybe
us
getting our
anything.
bang for a buck. It's not costing us anything.
It did cost us, we had to buy office furniture, we had to, you know what I mean, maybe it's not costing us anything now, but initially it did.
The regional district went in with us on that.
And it's hard to estimate the cost or the benefit to the community when they're parked here. I think just their presence helps reduce crime.
I haven't seen any theft here in Poo's Cookie since we've had it open. I haven't seen any trucks.
I know they're
that get
busy
stolen.
and it's COVID, but do we have any PR, any things coming down the line where they do a bike rodeo or do any PR with the kids at the school or anything like that?
Well, we do have a community police, and she's getting transferred.
Aw. Okay, I just thought I'd ask those questions.
Okay, anything else? Oh, this 9.11 recommendation, which one?
9.14,
Oh, I want to do 9.11 first.
Okay.
The council receives BC government commitment $105 million to support tourism.
Yes,
So I sent that over to Val.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then you wanted what, Bart?
9.14, it's a letter from the city of Vernon in regards to contraception, I think. 7 weeks. I have it noted down here.
Contraceptives, yeah.
Contraception, providing free prescription contraception, just a letter of support.
Yeah, I thought we already.
I think we already did this one.
We already
Can you check
supported
that?
this one, yeah. It was
Check
somebody
to see,
else that was
Sandy,
doing it.
please. And then just copy it and put it, to the mayor of this. Right? Can I get a seconder on that?
I'll second it.
Any more discussion on that? All in favor? I think our buddy there, Mr. Tellis, forgot about it.
What about,
He's not coming. Got other commitments, I guess. Anybody see anything else? Resolutions none, bylaws none, administration report, CAO report, items, action items, none, capital special projects, waiting for 2021 project, councilors' calendars. 3.1, Councilor Wood.
nope. Just mostly been working with, Courtney getting the library.
Okay. 3.2, Councilor Smith.
Yes, I had a Zoom call for NDIT with the increased changes to applications. And that they've changed who can apply for grants, have increased the applications, and they've shifted how the programs can work more. So I've also submitted the new changes. There was discussion that COVID is bringing lots of decreased business and that in the communities. But with this, it's helped small businesses. There's new programs coming out. They're going to be sending us some pamphlets and some postcards that are small businesses. And also some of our oil and gas and our industrial sites, if they're having issues, they can apply for up to 100,000. So I'll be getting that information.
Oh, so did you ask for the guidebook?
It's coming, and the post, yeah, it's coming. Yes.
Okay,
and
our-
I'm sending it.
Our gentleman is here. I think we got the times mixed up.
Oh, there you are.
Are you working for Dallas Mountain?
Oh, God, no. No.
Where are you?
Come on, where are you?
I just love technology. What is going on in here?
I'm I'm useless, I couldn't tell you anything like that.
Oh dear. I screwed up. No, I screwed up. I got rid of the wrong meeting.
Here's this second bit in here.
Huh? Where's your second bin? Here. Thank you. I think we're gonna have to reschedule this. Okay. Counselor Hebert.
Oh, no, then nothing.
Counselor Drover.
Oh, we had a courtesy matters meeting last week, and it was really nice to see everyone again. Some technical glitches, but it was nice to see everybody on the screen, and nice to hear some people who couldn't be shown. It was a good meeting because specifically I had a chance to ask some questions of Argo. And the questions were asked point blank. Are you using liquid calcium chloride? Are you using sodium chloride, liquid sodium chloride? And the answer was no, we are not. The trucks have come up from down south with the equipment on it to use it, but no, they're not being used in the service area. They did say they haven't ruled out using it as a wetting agent. So that would be when they put the sand and salt and they're spreading it. What they may do in the future is inject that sand and salt with this sodium chloride or calcium chloride, whatever they choose to use, which would aid it in sticking to the road and not being blown off the road whenever a truck comes by. But by no means is that taking the liquid and pouring it over the road. Also, there was a discussion about the quality of the highway from Pooskoopy to the border here with the sealed coating. And if it's done any good or,
It's actually made it icier. It's really icy going to
Really noisy.
it is noisy, and you can certainly tell it, and it wears out your winter tires a lot quicker too.
any windshields.
And you can hear traffic going up and down that highway so much louder. So,
At least you
but
don't have the sign in there, the scales are open.
you know, you should have a place there where the trucks can pull in, have coffee, fill out their logbooks, and charge them, right?
Well, between you two. You've got land behind her, don't you?
Yeah, sure. But I can't see, we can't see the
Yeah,
sign
no,
from
then,
my
behind
place.
us. It's an easement.
You text me whenever that sign comes on.
Exactly.
So.
I have truckers that call me.
There was some talk about if the camps close, the workers the workers that are working in the area are going to have to come into the hotels. And what kind of impact is that going to have on Dawson Creek? And the mayor of Dawson had some concerns about that, but I won't speak on his behalf to that. I'm sure people would be welcome to speak with him as well. Of course, we think of all of those who are adversely impacted by COVID and by businesses that have been reduced or shut down. And I don't know, I haven't seen any of the hotels in Poos, or the inns in Poos, open for business.
She's got no vacancy sign.
Yeah, she's got no vacancy. She does month to month. It just costs her way too much money to do it.
Yeah, she has a couple of people that stay there.
You're talking.
Yep.
And the other
Stay there
place,
with them.
It doesn't say vacant on, it says vacant. And there's always trucks in the parking lot, so.
the, you know, we certainly hope that the vaccine is rolled out, people take advantage of that vaccine, and that we can put this pandemic behind us. But that's all.
All I can say is if you take the first needle,
Yeah.
make sure they have the second needle in stock, because in Alberta,
Yep.
they've already gave the first needle, and now they figure they're gonna put it off for 14 days, or 45 days,
We're not supposed to.
and you're not supposed to.
I have a question for you, Argo. When you ask them these questions, did they take it in advisement? Are they going to come back at the next meeting and tell you what they've done? Or are they, because coming from lower south, our weather here is different.
Absolutely.
It's different lines, like.
So what you have is you have weather stations that are along the highway which report the weather conditions, temperature and all of that. And all of that is kind of fed to the trucks and to depot. So when the guys go out, they have an idea of what they're supposed to drop at that location. One of the big things though is the continuity of the workforce. So you have a large majority of the workers who worked here before under the previous contract holder working for the current one.
Okay, so, and also for some of the distance that they have to go, you know, and I know, you know what I mean? It might be fine here, but you get out by the Alberta border and it's totally different weather.
Or the Pine Pass for that
Yeah.
matter, absolutely, yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's challenge, right? How can you be prepared at the beginning of the day for something that might blow in when you're not prepared for it or whatever? But, you know, it's been a great winter, weather-wise.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna love you.
Okay, so here's your guys' 2021 counselors' portfolios. This will be your 2021 portfolio.
So the first one is the first one is the current one. The second one
Yeah,
is
one on the
the
back
changes
is-
that you're doing.
Yeah, and those are the changes I've done. Grants, Claire wrote for a grant for a generator for the school. And it's not the fire department that's getting its, what's the other?
EOC.
EOC that's getting it. I talked to Chad Anderson for the school board, still waiting for the new school, waiting for the province to get it figured out. I talked to Sucre over the food bank over the Christmas. Lots of people used it. It was good for her. I sent Val the grant information for the museum. PRD, nothing to report for Coos. Marlene already did on the fire hall for Charlie Lake. Sandy can you tell me what you do since November for your deputy CAO/CFO job?
I supervise and oversee daily operations. I work with the grant writer.
So you gave the operations, does that mean the public works guys too?
Sometimes, only if director of public works isn't around. I've worked with the director of public works and fire chief on several things. One being the COVID-19 RIS grant, which is due on the 27th. Review the newsletter. I work on numerous correspondence, deal with public complaints, deal with council on a daily basis when needed, hold staff meetings. At council meetings, sometimes I'm doing double duty. I'm doing corporate officer and the CAO, who's also recording the minutes. I'm the COVID police, for a better word, lack of a better word, but I make sure all the COVID stuff's being followed here in the office and with public works and everything. That's more my corporate officer job. I triage the CAO emails as well as my own emails. Deal with the museum when necessary. On the CFO front, I've had to approve accounts payable, payroll, EFTs, review utilities, follow up on correspondence for the CFO, approve timesheets, sign checks, working with the grants, writer to get some of the grants done. Dealing with employees, there's a few issues that we have within the office. Some people are off on long-term disability, short-term disability. As the corporate officer, I prepare the agendas, prepare the minutes, arrange delegations, prepare for council meetings, do all the setup, do the minutes, and run the council meetings. Continuation of my CAO is attend several meetings regarding different things. One of them has been the sub-regional meeting as of recently. Doing lots of research for everything that everyone asks. Learning lots. I've been attending Mayor and Chair's Conference virtually. I don't know if the mayor attends it, but I've been because Chris used to do that. As for HR, had to hire one new employee. We have one new employee in Public Works who replaced an employee that we had to let go before Christmas. I post the jobs, I review the resumes, I have posted for the interim CFO, I accept the resumes. I'm dealing with a couple legal cases right now on behalf of the CAO. Monitor the other CAOs, but some of this may be repetitive. I'm the first call for the answering service for emergency calls. I write most of the reports for council. Enroll employees with benefits for HR. Compose and send letters. I work with the deputy finance officer to compile our finances for council to see. And I don't know if everybody got the email, but that file is ready for you to view whenever you want to come in and look at it. Dealing with COVID, running a mask design contest. And I think that's about it.
Okay,
Everything
Miss,
else
can
is-
you tell me, Sandy, since November you've been doing this job, and now you're still doing this job, does the CFO job, does that entail that we have to hire the accountant to come in and review your CFO stuff?
No, not right now.
Not right now.
No.
Okay. That's all I have to say.
I have a question.
Okay, Mayor?
What is RCLC/Site C?
That's the Site C down. You phone in.
Okay. And is that a monthly meeting or?
I will forward you the invitations because I get them.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I can forward you all that information. In regards to the folios, yeah, no, that's, I guess, yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes,
Absolutely stellar. Right way to stand up.
thanks.
Challenge has come. You're meeting the challenge. Excellent. Fantastic. Good for you. Thank you. Maybe you should go and have a day at the spa here at Goose on behalf of the village.
Is the village gonna pay for it?
We'll get you a mask, all right? We'll slide it in somehow.
Somebody read that, please?
In camera as per section 90-1-6, C-A of the community charter, C, labor relations or other employee relations, A, personal information about an identifiable individual who holds or is being considered for a position as an officer, employee or agent of the municipality or another position appointed by the municipality.
Second.
Off camera?